Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the solution of general Fredholm integral equation of second kind. Solution of general Fredholm integral equation of second kind with separable kernel. What is the method of the solution of general Fredholm integral equation with separable kernel? The method is very similar to that we have discussed the method of the solution of homogeneous Fredholm integral equation with separable kernel. So, to discuss about the solution of these types of the problems, we will discuss a problem, and the problem is given here. We have to solve the integral equation. Solve the integral equation, and that integral equation is given as gx is equals to x plus lambda integral. Gx is equals to x plus lambda integral 0 to 1 plus x plus t gt dt number 1 plus x plus t integral 0 to 1 plus x plus t gt dt. So we see that this is the Fredholm integral equation, general Fredholm integral equation of the second kind. Now we solve the problem. Then we start the given problem as gx is equals to x plus lambda. We can write it as x plus lambda into 1 plus x integral 0 to 1 gt dt plus lambda into lambda integral 0 to 1 t gt dt number 2. Gx is equals to x plus lambda 1 plus x into gt dt plus lambda into t integral 0 to 1 t gt. Here we have separated the kernel in the variables x and t, or this can be written as x plus lambda into 1 plus x into c1 plus lambda into c2 number 2, where c1 is equals to integral 0 to 1 gt dt number 3, and c2 is equals to integral 0 to 1 t gt dt number 4. As gx is the unknown function and we have to find the solution of the integral equation, means we have to find the value of the unknown function. By equation 2, we have find the value of gx as x plus lambda into 1 plus x c1 plus lambda into c2, which is the value of the unknown function. So this is the solution of the unknown function. Now our task is to find the values of the c1 and c2, or in another manner we have to find the value of lambda, that is the eigenvalue, and finally with the help of the value of the lambda we find the value of the eigenfunction gx, or the unknown function gx, or the solution of the integral equation by the equation number 2. So our task is to find the value of c1 and c2, where c1 and c2 are given by the equation number 3. So c1 is equals to where c1 is equals to now we have to calculate the value of c1, and c1 is equals to integral 0 to 1 gt gx is given, so putting the value of gx 0 to 1, what is the value of gx? Gx is equals to x plus lambda into 1 plus xc1 plus lambda c2. So x plus lambda into 1 plus xc1 plus lambda c2. So we get it as x, that is t, plus 1 plus t, 1 plus t, 1 plus t into lambda c1, 1 plus t into lambda c1 plus lambda into c2 dt. The value of gt is, the value of gt is 1 at t into 1 plus t lambda c1 plus lambda c2. Now if we integrate this one with respect to t, we get this one as t, that is t square by 2 plus lambda into c1, t plus t square by 2 plus lambda into c2 into t, and the limits are from 0 to 1. So if we put the limit of t, then we get the value of c1 and c2. So putting the value of t, we get a relation in c1 and c2. So we get 1 minus 3 lambda by 2, 3 lambda by 2 into c1 minus lambda c2 is equals to 1 by 2, minus lambda into c2 is equals to 1 by 2, number 5. Solving this, we get 1 minus 3 lambda by 2 minus lambda of c2 is equals to 1 by 2, which is equation number 5. Now value of c2 is equals to integral 0 to 1 t gt dt. If we put the value of gt, c2 is equals to t gt. So putting the value of gt, we get integral 0 to 1 t into gt. Gt is t plus 1 plus t into lambda c1, lambda c1 plus lambda into c2 dt, or we get it as integral 0 to 1 t square plus t square into lambda c1 plus t into lambda c2 dt. Now if we integrate with respect to t, we get it as t cube by 3, limits are from 0 to 1, plus t square by 2 plus t cube by 3, limits are from 0 to 1 into lambda c1, plus t square by 2, 0 to 1 limits of t, lambda into c2. Now putting the value of t and slightly solving, we get it as we get the value of this one is minus 5 lambda upon 6 into c1, minus 5 lambda upon 6 into c1 plus 1 minus 1 by 2 into lambda plus 1 minus 1 by 2 into lambda into c2 is equals to 1 by 3, number 6. So we get a relation, we get two relations rather in the constants c1 and c2. If we solve the equation number 5 and 6, we get the values of c1. So solving 5 and 6 for c1 and c2, we get the values of c1 and c2 as c1 is equals to 6 plus lambda, c1 is equals to 6 plus lambda upon 12 minus 24 lambda 12 minus 24 into lambda minus lambda square, and C2 is equals to 4 minus lambda upon 12 minus 24 lambda minus lambda square, provided that 12 minus 24 lambda minus lambda square should not be equals to 0. If 12 minus 24 lambda minus lambda square is not equals to 0, then this equation or this homogeneous equation has a unique solution. And if this is equals to 0, then this equation does not have a unique solution. So when 12 minus 24 lambda minus lambda square is not equals to 0, the value of C1 and C2 are given such. So putting the values of C1 and C2. So putting the values of C1 and C2 into, we get the required solution. We get the required solution of the integral equation H. The solution is Gx is equals to the solution, required solution is x plus lambda upon 12 minus 24 lambda minus lambda square into 10 plus 6 plus lambda into x into 10 plus 6 plus lambda into x. This is the required solution of the given integral equation. So in this manner we can find the solutions of the general Fredholm integral equation of second kind of special type which are of the separable kernels. Thank you very much.